Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Sunroom. My name is Monica. Thank you for coming. We're in Dublin here on our second day of phase 1 of lockdown, which doesn't look very different from phase 0, I'm afraid to say. If you can, please get a hold of 2 blocks or 2 books, but if you don't have them, that's okay as well. And this class is designed specifically for Neve, my friend who hurt her wrist. So we will not put our weight on our wrists or hands today, so no down dogs, no planks, take advantage. And we will start on our backs in Shavasana, really. So lying down, letting your hands fall out, feet fall out. Just breathing and relaxing for a moment, tuning in with your breath. See how you feel without changing anything, just arrive in the present moment and scan your body and mind as to how you're feeling. And while you're there, I shall read you a poem. Do not try to save the whole world or do anything grandiose. Instead, create a clearing in the dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is yours alone to sing falls into your open cupped hands and you recognize and greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to this world so worthy of rescue. So lying down on your mat, bend your legs, place the soles of your feet on the mat and let them fall to the left. Open your arms, shoulder level, and turn towards your right hand. Lovely spinal twist. Maybe place your feet on top of one another, and if you want, you can help the legs towards the floor by pushing the right leg down with your left hand. So feel this lovely spinal twist on your lower back. Try to keep both your shoulders on the floor. And just relax. The higher the knees, the deeper the stretch. Exhale, change side. So let your knees fall onto the right. Arms open, look at your left hand. Again, you can help your legs towards the floor by pushing them down very gently with your right hand. I'm just waiting for the sun to hit the spot now. Exhale, come back to center. Feet on the floor, hip width apart. Hands and arms, cactus. And let's start to move our knees like windshield wipers. So from one side to the other, slowly, just loosening up the lower back. Keeping both shoulders on the floor. And if you see my doggy Finn, don't be scared. He's got a big satellite dish around his head because he hurt his eye. So if you want to say get better soon in the comments, I will read them to him. He's a little bit sad about his color at the moment. So come back to center. Cross the right leg over the left. Lift the left leg off the floor and hug it with your hands. And interlace the fingers behind the leg. So activate both your feet. Start pushing your left knee towards your chest. And if you want, you can open your right hip even more by pushing it with your elbow. But try to keep the shoulders relaxed. Shoulders are down, but feet are really active. And keep pushing until, discomfort gets a little bit too much on your edge. And then relax a tiny bit and try to stay on that edge, between ease and discomfort. just open your right hip, improve your flexibility. This recline pigeon, we'll do 3 pigeons today. Recline, standing, and then one is a bit more prone. So they're all nice hip openers. The more you open your hips, the safer your lower back gets. Exhale, let the legs go. Place your feet on the floor. This time, cross the left leg over the right. Lift the right, hug it with your hands, interlace your fingers behind it, and start pushing the right leg to your chest. Again, with care and attention and mindfulness, feet both engaged, maybe push with your left elbow against your left knee. Keep breathing, keep your jaw relaxed. One more breath. Here comes Finny. Hey Finny. So slowly come to sit on your mat, or else kneel if you prefer. You can always place a block under your hips if you like that. So we'll sit in Sukhasana, or easy pose, and place your hands on your knees, either face down, palms down, or else palm up, with your index fingers and thumbs together in Chin Mudra. So close your eyes. Let your shoulders fall down. Lengthen your spine. Keep your abs lightly engaged and your chin parallel to the floor. And today we will be using prayer hands here and there. If this annoys your wrists, you can always make fists and push them against each other, or else do this position. So it's your choice, it's your class. So from our Sukhasana, let's start and tune in with our breath. And today we will talk a little bit more about Ujjayi breathing, because we always kind of breeze past it a bit too quickly. So pretend you have a mirror in front of you and that you want to fog it with your breath. So open your mouth and exhale to fog the mirror. So this is more or less the sound we're supposed to do in our Ujjayi breathing. Now let's try to do it on the inhale and exhale with our mouth open. I know it sounds a little bit like Star Wars, but this is a good sound for Ujjayi breathing. So let's try to do it with our mouth shut and breathing in and out of our nose. So why do we do this? Ujjayi breathing forces us to think about our breathing, because it's quite unnatural for us to make this sound and to restrict the throat this way. So this means that we stay connected with our breath, and we should try to do this throughout our yoga practice. So obviously when you get to more challenging poses, your breath will naturally shorten and become faster. What we're trying to do here by staying with Ujjayi breath is to actually make it a little bit more constant, to when we're in a challenging pose, to stay with our breathing, to try and lengthen it, and to sit patiently with the pose, even though it causes us discomfort and effort. So that's why it's called a practice. It's not just making positions, making shapes with our bodies or trying to look good. It's about connecting our breathing to our practice. And so it changes your body, but it also changes your mind, your state of mind, because changing your breathing does change your mood and the way you feel. So it is a lot more complicated, a lot more interesting than just making shapes. And this is why it's called a practice. We're striving towards something, to improve something. And obviously this patience that we have to put into a pose then translates into real life as well. So let's try to stay with our Ujjayi breathing today, and to remember to get back to it, because we lose it now and then, especially when things get a little bit difficult. So from here, let's start doing little neck circles with a lot of caution for the neck, moving really slowly. And remember, it's your practice, so do any movement that you feel helps you today, as long as it's safe and you don't hurt yourself. So reverse the direction of your neck roll now. From here we'll do a few seated cat-cows. So place your hands on your knees, inhale, arch your spine, open your chest. Exhale, curl. Inhale, open, move with your breath. Exhale, curl. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Place the soles of your feet against each other for Baddha Konasana or butterfly. So if this annoys your hips, you can place blocks under your hips, or else you can lengthen the legs in front of you, making a diamond shape. So from here, inhale both your arms up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and tilt to the right, opening your left hand side, your left ribs, creating space, trying to keep your shoulders on top of your hips, so no forward or back, and to keep your shoulder down and away from the ear, even though we're pulling the arm up. Closing my eyes here because I've got the sun on me, not that I'm complaining. Exhale back to center. Let the wrist go. Take the right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt to the left. Again, relax your right shoulder, even though you're sort of pulling it with your other hand. Relax your neck. Try to breathe into your right ribs. Exhale, back to center. So this time we'll do a dynamic stretch. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the right. Help yourself by pushing against your knee with your hand and keep moving with your breath. Let your breath decide when your twist is going to be and how deep. So twists really help detoxify and increase the blood flow, so improve digestion, and also reduce anxiety because they open our chest and our shoulders. The next exhale, come back to center. This time grab both your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your elbows and come forward. So here it doesn't matter how low we get. What we want is to keep the line between our belly button and our pelvic floor long. So we're not curling now. We are pointing our chest, our chin somewhere on the floor in front of us. And just stretching our back and stretching our hips and stretching the insides of our legs. Trying not to stress our shoulders, not to pull on them too much. And keeping our Ujjayi breathing going. Inhaling from the nostrils, exhaling from the nostrils. Exhale. Come back up and come to standing on your mat. If you have a block, use it. Otherwise, you don't need to. So if you do it, have it, put it between your legs. Place your feet as close to one another as you can. If you don't have the block, you can place the big toes together and the heels slightly apart. So we'll do our Tadasana now. So really engage the legs. Push them, push them, push them against each other. Root the feet so you're really, really stable. This is mountain pose. You're really strong. So your sit bones are slightly tucked in so your bum doesn't come out. Your abs are engaged and long. Shoulders down and back. Fingers pointing actively towards the floor. Chin slightly tucked for mountain pose. And like everything in yoga, we are pulling ourselves towards two directions. Down by rooting our feet and up by pulling the crown of our head towards the sky. And this helps us lengthen. Create a space in our bodies. Remember your Ujjayi breathing. One more breath in Tadasana. Exhale. Let go. Get rid of the block if you had it. So from here, inhale both your arms up. Exhale, cactus them, opening the chest, bringing it forward. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. So see how this makes you feel. Is it nice on your thoracic spine or your upper spine? Is it challenging for your shoulders? And stay with the feeling. Last one, up and let go. So from here, we'll open our left leg back and then open both our legs towards the long side of our mat. So your feet are pointing out. Hands in prayer, that's okay for your wrists, otherwise you could do this or you could do this. And come into a goddess squat. So your palms are facing you, your arms are 90 degrees, and your legs are open with your knees really outwards. Don't let them ever collapse in. From here, let's pulse our knees backwards 10 times. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now pretend you've got a big beach ball in your hands and you're gonna turn it around, going towards your right hand side. So you bring it down, you bring it to the side, you bring it up, and you continue like a sun going around. And I think this is lovely for my lower back, especially as I just got up. If I don't do this early, I've got two little monsters running around. So keep turning, big beach ball, loosening your spine. One more turn. Come back up and relax your hands. Now place your hands on your hips and straighten your legs. Your feet are now pointing forward, slightly inwards. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, fall forward. So let your weight go to the tips of your feet. Let your head dangle and your spine relax. But your legs are really active. One more breath. Exhale. Slowly come up. Turn towards the front of your mat. Bring your feet together for Utkatasana or chair. So sit into your imaginary chair. Tuck your tailbone in a little bit so it doesn't stuck out. Your knees are bent. You can still see your toes. If you can't, you need to move your weight back a little bit. Inhale, put your arms up, shoulders down. And from here we'll do an open twist. So open your right arm behind you and look at your right hand if you can. Still keeping your spine long, your knees together or parallel anyway. Shoulders down, heart open. There's a robin. It's come to see us. One more breath. Stay with it. Stay with your Ujjayi. Exhale. Release. Come up and we'll do our balancing pose. 3 pose. So move your weight into your right foot and open your left foot beside it. Hands into prayer if you can. So you can help yourself with a wall or a person if you want. And this is the first level. If you can stay here today if your balance isn't feeling great and you're still opening your hips and you're still balancing. Otherwise you can place your foot on your calf or on the inside of your thigh. Just avoid the knee joint. So try to look at a firm and moving point in front of you. Open that left knee so that you open your hip. And if you want, you can bring your hands up or not. But in any case, if you fall out of the pose, just come back up. Keep your shoulders down and away from the ear. And remember, you're rooting down with your foot, but you're striving to grow towards the sky with your branches. Again, that double push, double pull in yoga. 2 more breaths. Woo! There you go. Exhale, let go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, halfway up. Spine long. Exhale, down. And unroll yourself up, vertebra by vertebra, being particularly careful if you have low blood pressure. Very, very slowly. This time, open your right foot behind you and turn again towards the longer side of your mat. So both your feet are pointing out, and this time we'll do Sun God. So bend your knees into a squat, arms a bit more than 45 degrees with palms towards you. Keep your spine long, your abs engaged, shoulders down and away from the ears. And breathe. Try not to grip with your toes. 2 more. So again, grab your beach ball, and this time we're going towards the left side. So start moving it in a big circle with your breath. So help it move by using your Ujjayi breathing. And keep going around. Two more circles. Try to keep your knees bent if you can. Back to center. So we'll go down into our Malasana squat now. So your Malasana can look different ways. It could be like this, it could be like this. It depends on where you can get. It can be all the way down. Now, if this gives you problems, you can always sit on a block or else sit on the mat with your legs open and just push the knees out with your arms. You're still lengthening your hips, so it's perfectly fine wherever you are. So push against your knees with your elbows. Keep your spine long. Keep your abs lightly engaged and your shoulders away from the ears. And you can stay in this position, or you can come with me and we'll do 4 little lifts where we lift our hips to the height of our shoulders. So inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Well done. So from here, let your hands go and slowly come up. And again, turn towards the short side of your mat for chair or Utkatasana. So bend your knees, keep your feet either together or a tiny bit apart. I prefer a tiny bit apart. Really root them into the ground. Make sure you can still see your toes. Sit in that chair. Inhale your arms up. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And then open your left arm behind you if you can. Look at your left hand for an open twist. So keep your bum in, don't let it come out at the back. Keep your spine long. Keep your knees parallel. 2 more breaths. Stay with it with patience. Exhale, let go. And we'll do 3 Oriksasana on the other side. So really root into your left foot this time. Let's find a place where there's no rocks or big tufts of grass. So hands in prayer if you can. Open your right foot And stay here if you want to. Otherwise, place your foot on the calf or on the inside of the thigh. Let your right knee open so that your hips open. Keep your shoulders down and away from the ears. Look at something that isn't moving if you want to open up. In any case, if you fall out, come back up. And again, try to really root into the ground with your foot, and at the same time to grow towards the sky, the crown of your head. Really struggling with my balance today. Don't know if you are too. And this is another pose that helps us be patient and be humble. Woo. And be balanced. One more. Exhale. Let go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. And slowly unroll yourself up. Head comes up first. Don't be in a rush. So from here, we will do our standing figure 4, standing pigeon. So really root into your right foot. Cross your left leg on top of your right. Bring your hands in prayer if you can, and then bend your right leg to as close as you can to 90 degrees. Your left foot is really active. Your core, your abs, your bandhas are long and engaged. Your shoulders are away from the ears, and you're pushing away from the floor with your foot, and you've got your head towards the sky. Keep breathing, keep opening that hip. One more. So you're here on an exhale. Slowly come a little back, bit up. Open your left leg without putting it on the floor if you can, and bring it all the way behind you before you place it down. Your back foot is open to 90 degrees, and then it comes forward a tiny little bit. Your front leg is bent to 90 degrees. Inhale into your warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Your chest and your hips are open towards the long side of the mat. You're looking towards your middle finger in your front hand. Your drishti, your gaze, is through that finger. Shoulders down, head tall and proud. Really root into that back foot. The blade of the foot is digging into the mat, and our back leg is super active. Nice long breaths. Stay with your Ujjayi. On your next exhale, start leaning forward with your forearm on your leg. Help your chest open with the left hand, and then bring the hand towards the sky. Turn the palm forward and bring the arm parallel to the ear. So you're really opening your chest here, and the more you open your chest and you push your right hip down and forward, the lovelier it is for your lower back. For me, it's just amazing in the morning. Try not to weigh too heavily on that right leg. And if you want to any variation you like, so you could put the right hand on the floor or on a block inside the foot, or you could bind. So if you want to bind, turn the top hand back, bend the arm, then take the front arm and bring it under the leg, and either interlace the fingers or grab the t-shirt or the thigh with your left hand. So wherever you are, just keep opening your chest in Parsva Konasana, side angle. And that back leg is super active. Keep breathing. Exhale, let go. And slowly turn towards the front of your mat. Bend your left knee and place it on the floor. Untuck your toes. If this is sore on your knee, you can cushion it by folding the mat or else using a blanket or a cushion. So bring your right foot slightly forward. I will do a twist now. So inhale, straighten your spine. Place your left hand on your right knee. Exhale, bring your right hand behind you and look at it if you can. Try to keep your shoulders down and relaxed. And if you like to deepen this a little bit, move your weight slightly forward, bend your left leg and grab the foot with your right hand and push the foot towards your sit bones without hurting yourself, just slightly. And breathe, keeping your spine long, keeping your shoulders away from the ears. One more. Exhale, let go. So we'll come to pigeon again now. Bring your right foot across your mat with the shin on the floor. And really activate this right foot so that you protect your knee joint. Then look at the back leg. You should more or less straighten it out. If this causes you pain, you can bend it to 90 degrees. Also, if you feel like you're falling a bit to the right, you can place a block under your right hip to help you stay up. So whatever way you prefer, it's your practice. See how you feel better. Inhale, really straighten your spine, neck long. Exhale, you can stay here with your arms in front of you if you prefer. Otherwise, you can lean forward, maybe place your chin or your forehead on your hands and let the weight of your body open that right hip. Stay with the pose with patience, with your breath. What's your breath like right now? As you go in shallow, can you make it deeper and slower? Can you feel like it's going through your body, through the parts that are tense right now? 2 more breaths in pigeon or kapotasana. Exhale. Slowly come up and come again to standing for a standing pigeon on the other side. So this time root your left foot into the floor, cross your left leg over it. I'm trying to look for a point where there's nothing sticking out of the floor, and bring your hands into prayer if you can, and bend your left leg to 90 degrees or as close as possible. So sit again, no chairs today, and really activate your right foot. Bring your shoulders away from the ears. Push against the floor with your left foot and push towards the sky with the crown of your head. Try to keep your shoulders over your hips. And breathe. Two more. So from this position, slowly open your right leg out. Try not to put it on the floor. Bring it behind you. And then place it down with the foot open to 90 degrees, but the toes slightly forward. The front leg is bent. Inhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Shoulders down, chest and hips open. Look through the middle finger. Stay tall here, stay proud. Really try to feel as if your feet were pulling towards each other. Obviously they can't move, so this will create a tension on the inside of your legs. Nice long Ujjayi breathing. 2 more. Exhale, bend your left arm, place it on your thigh. Open your chest with the right hand, inhale the right hand up. Turn the palm forward and bring the arm parallel to the ear. Really lengthen, really bring that left hip down and forward to open the lower back. Try it, it could be a millimeter, but it feels lovely. If you can, look up, otherwise you can look forward. And really push that back leg into the mat, that back foot, really active. Again, here, you can choose your variation. You can stay here. You can place the left hand on a block or on the floor inside the foot, or you can bind if you prefer. It's up to you how you feel today. Could change from day to day and from side to side as well. Nice long breaths. 3 more. So my breath is shortening now, and I want to try lengthening. Try relax. Tell my body that it's okay. Exhale, let go. Turn towards the front. Place your right knee on the mat, untuck your toes, and cushion your knee if you need to. So maybe bring the front foot a little bit forward. Inhale, come up. Grab your left knee with your right hand. Inhale, open your left arm behind you. Maybe look at the hand if the neck allows. Keep your shoulders down, keep tall, stay tall. And then if you want to deepen the pose, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can bend your right leg and grab it with your left hand, bringing it towards your sit bones. Try not to cause yourself pain. Pain is never okay in yoga. Keep looking back. Keep your shoulders down. I hope you can hear the birds singing. It's very nice. 2 more breaths. Exhale, release. We'll do our last pigeon of the day. So move your left foot across the mat. Place the outside of your shin down. Look at your back leg. Is it straight? Maybe straighten it up. If it hurts, bend it to 90 degrees. If that left hip is collapsing, maybe place a block underneath it. So really activate the left foot to protect the knee. Inhale your spine long. Open that left hip. If you want, you can come forward on your forearms, maybe with your forehead on your hands or on the mat, or your chin on your hands. And just let the weight of your body open that left hip. Stay with your breath. Two more breaths in pigeon or kapotasana. Exhale. Slowly come up and come to sitting, and then on your feet with your legs bent if you can. So we'll be on our tippy toes, and we'll place our knees down onto the mat. Sit on your heels, just sitting tall. Stay here for a moment. So this is a pose that really helps for plantar fasciitis, which I suffer from. I don't know if you have experienced it, but it's pretty annoying and sore. So if you stay in this pose for a while, about 2 minutes, it gives you a little help to really stretch the plants of your feet. So if you want to deepen your stretch, you can play around with your weight. Normally, if you move it backwards a little bit, you will stretch even more. So stay as long as you can. Obviously, don't overdo it. Maybe do it gradually. And other things that help with plantar fasciitis are rolling a frozen bottle of water under your foot or a can. Also, buying shoes that have a thicker sole. But really, it's patience because it takes a while to heal. But anyway, this position might help. So it's another of those positions where we want to really breathe through them, to stay with our breath, to be patient, to take the tension and just consider it part of things. And to know that it doesn't last forever. It will stop at a certain point. If this is a bit too much, you can always just sit down or else go into child's pose and have a nice back stretch. Let's try to do 4 more breaths. Shoulders down, spine long. Last one. Exhale and release onto the front of your feet out. So sit on your feet again for rabbit pose. This time we'll place our hands on our feet and our head on the floor. Then lift your hips and roll onto the crown of your head. Stretching your spine and your shoulders. Breathe in. One more. And release. Come to sit on your mat for Navasana or bow pose. You can't complain, I didn't give you any planks. So, on the back of your legs for now, move your weight back, go on your tippy toes, and then maybe to tabletop with your legs. So, maybe play straightening them one by one. Keep your spine long and your abs really engaged. Maybe straighten them both. Maybe straighten your arms. So your spine must be really long and straight, no hunching. Keep the shoulders back. Try to breathe to the effort. Don't mind if you shake. I certainly am. Try to relax your jaw. 2 more breaths. Exhale. Release. Well done. So from here, open your legs wide as they can go. Activate your feet, pulling them up. If you roll onto your sit bones, maybe place a blanket under your sit bones to keep yourself nice and straight. So push your legs into the floor if you can. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, start walking your hands forward. Again, we don't care where we get. We just want that line between the belly button and the pelvis floor to be long, so we're not collapsing, we're not hunching our shoulders. If it becomes pain, just pull back a little bit. Be mindful. Stay long. You should be feeling quite an intense stretch on the backs of your legs. Try a smile. So on your next exhale, you can stay here. If you want to try tortoise, bend your legs a little bit and place your arms underneath them. If this doesn't annoy your wrists, if it does, don't do it. And then lengthen forward a little bit more. Again, if this hurts your wrists or elbows, just stay in your normal forward fold. 2 more. Exhale, release. And finally, come onto your back for Matyasana or fish. So maybe look at this before you do it, so you don't have to turn your neck left or right to look at me. So lie down on your mat with your palms of your hands on the mat. lift your sit bones and place one hand under each buttock. If this doesn't hurt your wrist, if it does, just keep your hands up and together. So once you're here, point your feet, place your elbows as close as you can to your body. Inhale, lift your chest and go onto the crown of your head for Matyasana or fish. So if you're in this position, stay, activate your legs. If you're in this position, also pull your hands towards the sky. Keep breathing. Keep pushing away with the toes. Nice heart opening. One more. Exhale, release. Come onto your back. Bring knees to your chest. Give them a nice hug. Let the right leg fall onto the mat. Take the left knee in your right hand and push it towards your right hand side. Open your left arm and look at your hand. So the more you pull that leg towards the floor, the more intense the stretch. Try to keep both shoulders onto the floor. Exhale, back to center, hug your knees. Let the left leg fall onto the mat. Take the right knee in your left hand and bring it to your left side. Open your right hand, look at your right hand, and breathe. Both shoulders on the floor. Nice, long, relaxing breaths. Exhale, back to center. Hug your knees once again. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Bring the soles of your feet towards the sky. Open the legs and start going from side to side. You happy baby. Massage your spine. You can stay like this as long as you want if this is nice. When you're ready, let yourself fall out into Shavasana. So if you want, maybe use a blanket or some cushions, a bolster, anything that can help you. And let your hands fall open, your feet fall open. Make all the adjustments you need now so that then you can stay still for a while. And while you're there, I will read you a short meditation. Bring your awareness to the color blue, as if you were lying down on the earth, looking up at the sky. Feel the warmth of the sun on your body and start to breathe in the fresh air. Any thought that passes through your mind, give it the shape of a big fluffy cloud. If a thought is more negative, make the cloud more stormy and gray. As you inhale, summon the power of the wind element, and as you exhale, watch how the clouds slowly drift away. Continue attaching thoughts to cloud shapes and breathe them away until nothing remains except blue bliss. If you can, please stay in your Shavasana for at least 5 or 10 minutes to let the benefit of the practice really sink in, to give yourself time to rest, for your body to absorb all you have learned. Do not try to save the whole world or do anything grandiose. Instead, create a clearing in the dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is yours alone to sing falls into your open-cupped hands and you recognize it and greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to this world so worthy of rescue. So you can pause this video and stay in your Shavasana as long as you like. When you're ready to come out, please don't rush it. Maybe start wriggling your toes and fingers. Keep your eyes closed. Maybe lengthen your arms behind you and your toes in front of you. Lengthen your whole body. Move slowly. When you're ready, roll onto your right side, curl up into a little ball, and take one more long, relaxing breath. Then, helping yourself with your hands, come back to sitting. Maybe keep your eyes closed for another minute. Hands on your knees, shoulders relaxed. And take a moment to thank yourself for doing this for yourself today, for showing up on your mat. Doesn't matter if you did a little bit or a lot. What matters is that you showed up, you were here. You made the effort. So as you go forth, may your thoughts be peaceful. May your words be kind. May your hearts be open. We bow together and we say Namaste. Namaste. So thank you very much for coming to this class. Please subscribe to the channel if you like the classes and click on the bell icon to receive notifications. If you can, give us a comment, a little word, what you thought of this class. If you have any suggestions or questions, say hi to Finny maybe. So thank you very much for coming, and I hope you enjoyed this hands and wrists free class dedicated to my friend Neve. See you soon, I hope. Namaste.